DETHROEZ. I am what your god fears. Locked me away from what I know, set fire to the land I once called home. Smoke fills the sky, waiting for the sun to rise. Upon seeing her deathly glow, what do you have to show? You prayed for this day to come, slaving away to the monument of the holiest power. What will you do on this day of judgment? This plague consumes everything, this potion you call a blessing. Eating out my brain, blood fills the drain, take my body away. Let me rot. In the garden, she falls drunk, cursing the earth for ravaging her soul, while society constantly mocks her and praises the commodification. Her body will disintegrate into the earth. Her soul will achieve the highest honor. Let her curse reign over. Sing your prayers, find the slayer. Set the stakes high, like Andover, Andover. Beware the silent at sea, you say. But shall we beware of the maiden thrown in sea, because she said no to her beloved? And let the beloved roam upon her land, calling himself so noble and righteous? Set fire to the witch you preach, yet should we ignore the stench beneath the floorboards, and this house you call holy? And should you, Father, continue speaking the good word, while our children disappear without a trace? Bind me to the post you order, yet should we not bear witness to the bones hidden in this freshly sown garden? And your 30-something-year-old son finds himself in the arms of a woman not a day over 18. Let the fire consume me. My rebirth will be nothing, like a good book says, or any prophecy ever foretold. I am what rises from these graves. Recite all the verses you want. It will not stop what's coming for you. You took his name in vain. Prepare for my reign. Terror will fill your hearts, poison your minds, tear up your walls, and seal up the cellar door. Count the seconds as you lose your precious oxygen, polluted by your opulence. Curse the day I was ever born, when you should be cursing yourself for not changing when you could. Sew the curtains tight, don't even let in the light. I will destroy everything in sight. Beg and pray for a sign, better hope you're not out of time. I will take what is mine. Feel my wrath! Ebb and flow, out there, I know something is waiting for me. And there goes the tale, where the maiden walks on rocks toward the setting sun. Do not question whatever may sway her mind. Do not listen to what might be lurking in the night. Why do I feel like someone's waiting out there with a knife? Uphill, ground liquefies, yet I'm still waiting for something to arrive. In the bushes, thorns thirsting for blood. Is this the assumption that I'm lusting for innocent souls waiting to cross the river? At the bottom of the ocean, they lay along the middle passage, grasping the sand as if it were heaven, because they chose death over servitude. And their tears shed for those who seem to have abandoned their roots to become zealots, with big pockets and flashy jewelry flaking off in the wind, and refuse to give back unless they kept their big dirty wallets filled. Golden shrines won't save you from the wrath. How's that pretty dollar working for you? Waving the golden cross at me like I will concede and kneel for the rosewater to turn me into a submissive housewife and a baby machine. I won't speak, and I will still clean after your feet. Or I can just spit on your grave, because screw your religious indoctrination and self-righteous blood money. Why build a shelter for the needy when you can turn your parish into a multi-million-dollar castle where you can sit on your throne? Which verse in the Bible excuses you from that? Hiding your children from me, like you want to kill your daughter for giving into her urges, trying on makeup, dancing like no one's around, or with someone she likes, or simply for wearing pants? Or protect your son when he slaps a girl for rejection, beheads her, and stuffs her body into a ditch or shallow creek, or holds her hostage in her own home. And you'll say it was to honor your family when you can't even begin to understand the concept of family. Stand down, for the day of reckoning has arrived. Bells ring rapidly, distorted echoes drowning out the thunder. Either dead or barely surviving, everyone will sense me, praying that they will escape my radar. I'm sorry, but you all are participants. See this, a rose, blackened with bruises, petals struggling to hang on, thorns too weak to pierce. She looks not for flesh or for greed, but for love, for life, for the joy of living, for compassion, for community, for happiness, for sadness, for humanity. How do I tell her that humanity has died, can no longer be revived? Seek her. A stroll with me is a dance with the dark. Spent so long trying to pull me apart, yet you don't even know where to start. Is this how it ends? Always trying to start again? Is this where you make amends? I cannot start this again. On these stepping stones, the same ones that pushed me below, march up to my throne. Watch out for thorns that may have grown out of their shells, protruding like branches out of a bush. What I've been through is no one's business but my own. Not for anyone's pleasure or profit, not for mockery or debate. When I'm alone, I look to this rose, her blush fading away hue by hue, her fragrance dissipating out week by week, her vitality disappearing second by second. Her dying wish? To return home, where she knew of love and compassion, life and community, and ultimately the essence of humanity. And I lie here, in this town she once called home, with people she thought she knew. When she is absorbed by the earth, the world will turn again, eclipsing this town into eternal night, where slugs and bugs eat away the carcasses riddled with hate and pride. The sun will rise to a town depleted of his old self, and her rays will nourish the tiny sprout of life fighting to live. Thought to be a cloud of death, I brought life back to a town that needed it, a town that needed to be purged. Burying the past does not mean forgetting my struggles or absolving myself without apologizing to those I've hurt, because I couldn't see myself needing the love I needed. Now I put you to rest, my small helpless angel, child of light and darkness, upon the soil, warm and soft like a bed you should be sleeping on. I love you more than you'll ever know, even when the sky has turned gold and I'm nothing but a bone. With my heart and soul, you'll never be alone. Rest easy.